The WNBA is back, and what better way to start the season than Caitlin Clark versus Angel Reese. Since the college title game in 2023, Caitlin has won almost every time. You can tell Angel is desperate to change that. This game had everything from logo freeze, missed wide open layups, and beef between the two stars. Indiana Fever host the Chicago Sky. Let's get into it. First play of the game, the South Carolina teammates tipping off. Cardoso wins the tip, runs the floor, and Ariel Atkins quickly finds her under the basket for the first points of the season. The Fever made some big signings in the offseason, and this is exactly why. Sky hedged the play with Nurse switching on to Clark, and that means Natasha Howard has a mismatch with a smaller Courtney Vandersloot in the paint. Clark gives it up, Aaliyah Boston sees this, stepping back, pulling Cardoso out of the paint, allowing Howard to get a strong position down low, receive the entry pass from Bonner, and score on the play. Contrary to popular belief, Angel Reese has been putting in work this summer. At the top of the key, she puts the ball on the floor and shows off her new improved handle with a nice hezzy before driving into the paint with a full head of steam and finishing through contact. And this is when Angel Reese is at her best, when she's unapologetically aggressive. But speaking of players being at their best, it doesn't get any better than Caitlin Clark when she's playing like this. She answers right back, racing up the floor and firing a bomb from the logo, and of course, she knocks it down for her first free ball of the season, and the fieldhouse erupts. The Fever started this game playing at a pace the Sky couldn't keep up with. Angel jacks up a free which is short, and look how quickly the Fever attack in transition. Kelsey Mitchell might be the fastest player in the league, and the proof is right here. Watch how she turns on the jet, splits the defense, and still has the poise to be able to finish off the glass at top speed. That's why she's a two-time All-Star and so important to this Indiana team. Chicago made a big effort in the offseason to build their team around their two bigs, and you see the chemistry between the two already. Vandersloot circles under the rim, passes out to Camilla high, she feeds Angel low, who gets physical with Kelsey and just overpowers the smaller defender for an easy layup. But it's not so easy when Aaliyah Boston's in the paint. Watch Angel right here staying aggressive, tries to fake Aaliyah out and barge her way in, but Boston stands tall and sends it out of bounds for her 100th career block in the WNBA. Fever fall asleep here defensively as Nurse hits the jumper from the inbound, but keeping the pace, Clark gets out quickly, tries to go all the way and finish, misses. Clark wants a foul, doesn't get it. Angel Reese grabs the board and sends a Jokic-like Hail Mary pass to Nurse. It's a 2-on-1 opportunity, she gives it up to Vandersloot who lays it in, and although Angel didn't get the assist here, she made the play happen with that great pass, and the Sky take an early lead. It doesn't last for long though, because Kelsey Mitchell is dialed in. She Iverson cuts off the ball to get open and then sidesteps into a free from the wing, and it's good. The W's hottest scoring shooting guard with 5 quick points early on to start the season. But Chicago hanging in there early on. Rebecca Allen on the drive kicks out baseline to Ariel Atkins in the corner, and she sinks a triple right in front of the Fever's bench. And fresh off getting an assist, Rebecca Allen gets a bucket too. She attacks Lexi Hall off the dribble, who does well to recover and stay in front of her defensively, but Allen banks it in over 2 Fever defenders. This right here is what Natasha Howard brings to the Fever, and watch how Howard is able to glide downhill and get her shot off inside, and although she misses the first, watch how she doesn't give up on the play, picks Atkins' pocket, then bodies her way inside and puts it in off the window for 2. Then again, her dominance on full display. Natasha Howard back to the basket, one dribble, push shot over the left shoulder, and it's all net, taking the veterans' points tally to 8 so far, and we're still early in the first quarter. She's causing all types of problems for Chicago inside, so much so that they completely forgot about Kelsey on the outside. Howard cuts to the basket as a decoy, Bonner swings the extra pass to Kelsey, and she connects on a catch and shoot free ball, and she's now up to 8 points too and hasn't missed a shot yet. And this right here is just silly. Bad news for Williams, because she's got to stay in front of Kelsey Mitchell. Good luck with that. Kelsey just toying with her on the perimeter, gets her off her feet, crosses back inside, hops past Angel Reese into the paint, and almost converts one of the plays of the season. She was fouled on the play, goes to the line, and split a pair of free throws. Final play of the first quarter, and Indiana keep feeding the hot hand. Kelsey Mitchell at half court, drives inside, scoops it up and misses. Williams gets the board for the Sky, and Angel Reese is off to the races down the floor. more. Clark busts a gut trying to get back and recover, but Angel Reese with a huge height advantage surely should score with a clear path to the rim at the buzzer. But no, she smokes the wide open right hand layup, and some things never change. That's the end of the first quarter. Fever lead by 5. Second quarter starts and we see a deep three off the dribble. This time it's Rachel Banham's turn to show off her deep range. Sydney Colson, the Fever's veteran point guard, tries to reverse it on the baseline layup. She's blocked, but look who's first to react. Lexi Hall, everyone's favourite hustler, picks up the scraps and scores, but that's not all. Moments later, pushing the pace, Lexi to Caitlin 2-on-2 in transition, and Caitlin slices the defense in two with a scintillating bounce pass for Lexi to lay it up again. The Fever start in the second quarter with high energy. Lexi Hall, causing chaos all over the court, anticipates the cut from Nurse, is able to tip it onto the backboard. Caitlin retains possession, goes all the way to the goal for a layup, but not so fast, because Williams for the Sky comes out of nowhere for the chase down block. Sky turning defense into offense, and you see the Fever showing no respect to Angel, giving her the Ben Simmons treatment, but her off-season work is paid off, and Angel takes advantage, knocking down a triple from the top of the key, which was just her 4th ever three-pointer in her WNBA career. And if you don't know why the Fever signed Dawana Bonner, this is exactly why. She's 37 years old but still has it. Angel crosses left, but Bonner saw it coming from a mile away. She gets the steal and has a free path to the hoop, and unlike some, she's not missing wide open layups. Somebody we haven't spoke about so far is Aaliyah Boston. Well, that's about to change. She gets in on the action right here. Two-man game with Clark, pick and roll from the right side. Chicago decide to blitz Clark, not wanting to give up the free going left. Clark makes the read, finds Boston in space, and she fakes out her college teammate so bad she'll need a ticket to get back in the arena. Great play from Aaliyah Boston. Pump fake, one dribble finish. She just makes it look so easy. Everyone on the Fever is eating good early on, but Caitlin's being quite quiet. Well, she's about to make some noise here. Caitlin, coming round Boston's screen, puts the brakes on Atkins and is able to shake her at the foul line for a wide open mid-range jumper. Sky run a pick and roll with Vandersloot and Reese, and the W's 7-time assist leader finds Angel on the roll with a pocket pass, and watch how Angel in traffic is able to dump it off to Camilla, who knocks down the set shot from close range. Great chemistry there from the Sky's bigs. Fever on the break at pace. Dawana Bonner dumps it into Howard, who gyms Vandersloot in the lane, sending her on her backside, and scores the easy layup. In case you forgot, the Fever's two-man game is unstoppable. Clark pass and go with Aaliyah, gets it back, then gives it back to AB, who shows off her expanded range, and plays like this are why they are the W's most dangerous 1-2 punch. Largest lead of the game, Indiana by 11. Right here, Angel throws a bad pass, but Vandersloot's able to save it, and then Angel Reese with a bullet pass inside to Michaela for the assist, but no. Aaliyah Boston recovers at the last second and sends it out of bounds for her third block of the game. This time from the inbound, the Fever decide to switch it up and keep the Sky guessing. They set up to run the same play with Clark inbounding, but watch how Aaliyah improvises. She knows that they expect her to hand it back off to Clark, so she fakes the pass to Caitlin and goes all the way inside to score. Someone tell me, how do you stop that? The Sky have gone ice cold. They need a big shot and they get one. Good screen off the ball from Michaela to free up the sharpshooter Allen for a catch and shoot free, and then Nurse one-on-one in the post with Caitlin. She does well to stand her ground, forcing the taller Nurse to settle for a fadeaway, but she gets the shooter's roll and scores on the play. I can't say enough about Aaliyah Boston in this second quarter. Kelsey Mitchell with a heat check, long free is off, but watch how Aaliyah Boston boxes out Williams down low, scores the putback, draws the foul for the and one. And then Rebecca Allen, on the drive, she's able to finish with the soft touch over Boston, and then final possession of the half. You know what's coming. Clark drains clock, goes left, jacks up a signature step back three, and she hits it over Kia Nurse with just a second left in the quarter. And Caitlin goes into the half having done a bit of everything, with 12 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists and 3 blocks. Angel Reese on the losing side doing her thing too, keeping her team in it with 7 points and 9 rebounds. It's safe to say the first half lived up to all the hype, and I can assure you the second half is even crazier. And it starts right here. Clark to Boston, she throws it to Mitchell, backpedaling to the corner. Kelsey bursts baseline with intent, draws the attention of Angel, and drops it off to a slashing Howard, who scores with the left hand. Angel Reese coming out into the second half aggressive, receives the pass and pounds her way inside, finishes strong through contact. She's screaming for an and one, but doesn't get the call. It's a 15-point Fever lead and the game's starting to get away from Chicago. And then then Ariel Atkins steps up with a catch and shoot shot from downtown to give her team a much needed boost. And this right here is just beautiful from number 22. Caitlin Clark running the point, executes the pick and roll beautifully, spins away from contact, squares up as if she's about to jack up a trademark free, and threads an absolutely delightful dime in behind Angel Reese into Howard's path on the roll for the reverse finish. Sometimes I think she's a better passer than she is a shooter. We all love to see the Boston Cardoso matchup. AB rolling out the screen from CC, puts the ball on the floor, backs down Camilla, knows she's at a size disadvantage, so sells her on the fake, waits for her to leave her feet before dropping it in. Down the other end, and Angel's trying to answer back. She gets physical with Howard, twists, turns, puts it up, misses, gets her own rebound, second chance opportunity right under the basket, misses the layup again, gets another board, but this time CC rips the ball loose on the way back up, and Angel Reese is convinced she was fouled on the play. Yet again, no call. Caitlin Clark right here giving the fans what they came to see. Bobbing, weaving, has Vandersloot in isolation on the left wing, puts the ball on the floor, goes to work, dances, drives, steps back and sinks the step back jumper for two, and turns to the home crowd with a cheeky grin on her face. And here's the moment you've seen all over social media. Rebecca misses the free, Angel pushes off on Howard for the rebound, Clark looks to the official, no foul call, Angel tries to take advantage with the layup, but Caitlin steps in, gets physical with Angel and sends her to the floor hard, staring her down afterwards. Angel gets up furious, goes straight for Caitlin, lets her know all about it, and it all kicks off. Teammates and coaches swarm the floor to restrain Angel as Clark walks away from all the trouble as if nothing's happened. Now let me tell you something. Technically, yes, this was a basketball play. Caitlin took one for the team, fouling Reese, sending her to the line instead of giving up the layup, but let's be honest, she's competitive and made sure to leave one on Angel there, and quite rightly so. We've saw Angel take her opportunities in the past to get physical with Caitlin, with some really hard fouls over the years. It's safe to say Caitlin got her get back on this play right here. She was called for a flagrant, Reese and Boston both got technicals, sending Angel to the line for some free throws, and the crowd went crazy when she stepped up and missed the first foul shot, which I guess justifies Caitlin's decision to make the tactical foul. Courtney Vandersloot may be known for her passing, but she can score too. Watch her blow by Kelsey right here, absorb the contact and finish through it for the and one and a chance to cut the lead to 10. Seriously though, if Aaliyah Boston adds this to her game, they might as well just hand the Fever the championship now. Late into the shot clock, Fever turned to Clark and Boston pick and roll, but instead of rolling, Aaliyah pops out to the perimeter and she hits on her first long ball of the year. It's them two coming together again. Clark 1-2 with Boston, getting busy, retreats on the drive back to the outside, then throws it back inside to Aaliyah, and she's just too big, too strong and too good for the Sky to contain on the interior. And it's an 8-0 Fever run, going into the fourth quarter, and the Fever lead by 20 points. Caitlin Clark's on triple-double watch with 14 points, 8 rebounds and 7 assists. Caitlin Clark feeling herself on this play, passes half court, crosses left and pulls the trigger from Caitlin Curry range, and of course she connects, and the Fever are running away with it now. Clark in the right place at the right time, gets the steal and out quickly, get ahead pass to Mitchell who finishes. Angel Reese isn't done yet, she's still fighting. On the fast break, hops past Caitlin into the layup, high off the glass, and say what you want about this guy's performance, but AR has turned up for her team in this ball game. Another inbound play and another great example of the Clark-Boston connection. Caitlin to Aaliyah at the foul line, throws it right back, Clark curls, Aaliyah slips, Clark splits the double with a bounce pass, and Boston cashes in, taking her up to 19 points in the game, and that was Clark's 10th assist. And this play right here is just ridiculous. Caitlin Clark putting on a show, gets the mismatch with Cardoso. Now she could easily blow by her inside for two, but CC wants the free, and the Brazilian can't stop her from getting that as Clark just shoots over the 6'8 giant and drains it from downtown. A shooting masterclass is on display in this fourth quarter from the sophomore point guard. Just under 6 to go, Clark on the bench, but Indiana's offense just keeps ticking. Aaliyah Boston taking over point guard responsibilities here, throws the bounce pass to a cutting Mitchell. It's a little bit behind her, but that's no problem because Kelsey pushes it in from the middle of the lane. Fever up nearly 30 points but won't take their foot off the gas. AB still giving it all defensively with not one, not two, but 3 blocks in quick succession. And Kelsey Mitchell just doesn't stop moving off the ball, she's just too quick. scores on the backdoor cut off the find from Howard, going baseline for the reverse. 4 minutes left into the game and look who comes in. Hailey Van Lith makes her WNBA debut as Banham buries a free off the dribble over Caitlin. And then the moment of the night, DeWanna Bonner at the line makes history. With this made free throw she ties and then surpasses Tina Thompson to go third on the WNBA's all-time scoring list. Momentarily after, she's subbed off to a standing ovation from the Fever crowd. What a moment for DeWanna Bonner, and what a moment for Hailey Van Lith also. She isos with Caitlin Clark at the top of the key, and she hasn't forgotten about the 40-point Elite 8 massacre. She'll feel a bit better about herself making history with a nice floater in the lane for her first WNBA points in her career. We all know Caitlin Clark though likes this matchup. So watch Caitlin here go behind the back on Hailey, launches up a deep three and misses, but Lexi Hall puts it back for 2, and then finally after the Sky's missed free, Caitlin Clark gets the rebound, her 10th in the game, securing a triple-double to start the season against the Sky, and with that Caitlin Clark checks out of the game, handling business and destroying Angel Reese and co in the Fever season opener. We're calling game right here, throwing in the towel on Chicago's behalf. Indiana finish on a high, 93-58 the final score, a 35-point blowout. So many players from the Fever had great games. Clark with 20, 10 and 10, Aaliyah Boston dominant start to the season with 19 points and 13 rebounds, Lexi Hall even had a near double-double with 9 points and 9 rebounds in just 23 minutes, Howard and Mitchell chipped in for 15 points each, and a respectable effort from Angel Reese on the losing side with 12 points and 17 rebounds in what was an embarrassing loss. Great vibes from the Fever at the end of relegation as they celebrate their victory to start the season off, defending home soil in what was another brilliant Chicago Sky Indiana Fever matchup. If you've made it up to this point in the video and want to support an actual human, not AI content creator, make sure to subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, like and share the video, and on that note, it's DKM signing out until our next Fever game, and peace.